Hello and welcome to another episode from Bar Security. In this episode I'm going to be making a key to a lock, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the lock itself is just a basic lock, probably 2 lever. I haven't opened it up yet. It's an old lock and you can't buy these particular ones anymore, so we're going to make a key for it. I'm going to take the lock, open up the lock. Shape my key just to go in the keyhole. It's always good when you're making a key to do it from the lock position. Yep, so it's a single lever. Just lift it up there so you can see. Single lever. It's got a false lever in the top and your main lever in the middle. I've seen this type before. On the strange side, but there you go. Things first. Picks up. So what I'm looking for is just that little bit of brass marking on the key, which tells me where my first will be. It's an off-centre lever on this one. Just mark it. Just pop a little mark there, just to make sure I'm in the right place. That looks good. Now I'm in the right place, I can start working that down. Now from experience, I know roughly how far I've got to go. Let's take the top cap bit off. Lever. So top cap off, you can see the lever there. You've got stump, which is this bit here. You've got the gating, which is here. And it's currently in the pocket in the lock position. About another 1.5 mil, I think, should do it. Half mil.
You're thinking of booking it in?
Okay, so now we just work it down into small increments. We try it in our lock. starting to pass now. I don't know if you can see that or not. I've still got to take it down a bit because it's still a little bit on the high side. The idea is not to take too much off. Oh yeah. Right. So now what we do is I'm just going to pop this back together and try it with the case on. Okay, so that, as we can see, is operating very smooth. It's pulling that all the way back. So now what we've got to do is we've got to do the other side. Put it back in lock position. What I'm doing is just getting a mark on it so that I can work my cut into it. And a little bit of brass I've got showing. Yep, I'm happy with that. And all we're going to do is we're going to make it now the same length as the other side in the cut, same depth. And we should be done. Follow my mark. Hopefully I've not overcut. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty good. So now we've got a working key. Works both sides. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to service the lock and give it a clean. Okay, so now the next step is to service the lock by giving it a clean. You probably wonder why I didn't clean it to begin with. It kind of messes with the markings when I'm doing the key and you clean it, so I tend to prefer to do it after I've cut the key. So as you can see, you've got some old grease grime here that's dried in. Just use some WD-40. Get that quick. Clean off. Just want to get that bit dried in grease off. Okay. Now we got a clean top point. Same with lock case, as you can see you've got the dried in grease. Still a bit of WD-40, which is great for cleaning. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that dried grease, it tends to do is it tends to rub the main part now as I lever. She don't look too bad. Also adds a layer of lubrication as well, without overdoing it. Okay, so lever, lock bolt. Sometimes these old locks are also covered in paint, and you do need to get the paint off. This one's actually very clean. Okay, latch looks okay. I'm not going to need to do anything with that. Just find out. D. Pop it all back together again. Put our 2 screws back in, and this job is jobbed. The trick is not to over tighten these screws. Because you can misshape the face of the lock. And we might need to fine tune. A little bit off the inside, just to fine tune that. So I'll just do now. Okay, I've just adjusted the edges of the key blank. You see we've got perfect key that side, perfect operation on that side. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video from Bar Security. Thank you.